Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome to Wrath and Story. I'm your explorer, Jay Jones, joined by my co-explorer, Andrew Dickinger.
I'm a person.
And our Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez.
Hey, guys.
Guys, I cannot wait to get off this ship. We have been on here for far too long, I have to say.
Well, how are those books treating you?
I mean, it's hard, okay, and thank you, by the way, for loaning me your novels. They look, I'm going to be honest, the pages seem a little bit old, and these are your personal collection, right? You didn't just pick these up on the ship?
I mean, I felt like I should start you at the beginning.
Okay.
At like nice, like triple spaced.
Yeah.
And easy to read.
Yeah, I mean, the font is huge, and I really do appreciate it, which, like, I didn't realize it until I was trying to read these books, but it turns out that when you get glasses, which I have, you have to put certain lenses in those glasses, which I didn't have.
So you just had frames.
Yeah, I just had frames. And, I mean, I feel like you know how, like, if you encourage somebody and say, like, oh, this has got magic stuff in it, it makes them feel a little bit better just naturally?
Wait. So when I built you the glass frames, you said you knew your prescription.
Yeah.
Do you know what prescription means?
I thought it was like kind of like a zodiac sign. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm a Leo.
No.
Hufflepuff. Yeah, Hufflepuff for sure. That's what I thought you meant, but it turns out, you need actual glass in there.
Yeah. So prescription means how the glass is carved.
No, he gets it.
Oh yeah. Now I know. But
I helped him out a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah. But I went and I actually got some in there, and my vision, or I mean, you might even call it my awareness, improved dramatically. It's now like a 7. I'm like, I can see things now. It's incredible, and I can read these wonderful books. Now, I do appreciate this Bernstein collection of the Bernstein Bears is quite nice. It's weird that most of them have cybernetics, but look, whatever works on Mars, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's Berenstein goes to the shop, and Berenstein learns how to talk to people, stuff like that.
Yeah, the Bernstein Bears are really a staple, I hear, of the Mars. Of the Mars people.
I mean, it's how I was raised, to learn how to interact.
Now, I think there's some people who are probably wondering what happened to the Bernstein Bears, and we can clarify. We did purge that universe, right? We found out about?
Destroyed.
Yeah. That was the incorrect
in the Great
universe.
Convergence.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But thanks for loaning me these books. Believe it or not, I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound pretty wild. My intellect has doubled. All right. Now, it did go from a 1 to a 2, but still doubled.
And now you can actually read, and therefore your scholar actually went up by a
naturally,
point.
Right? I mean, most of my scholarly information is based on these bears, these cybernetic bears, but I mean, it's still stuff, right? I mean, it's still rattling around in there.
Hey, you can actually pass a basic test now if you critical your dice.
Yeah.
As opposed to automatically failing.
I'll have to roll really, really well, but I might be able to figure something out one time.
Well, in the meantime, I've been hitting the gym.
You have.
And practicing my swings because things have been going not so great lately with the swinging of the things in the shock mall.
And how's that been going for you now?
I'm buff.
You are.
You could say I'm buff now.
Now, to be sure, you did install more servos in your arms, so I mean,
that counts.
Look,
right?
However you make gains, you're making gains. It's
making
good.
Sweet robot gains.
You could say that my strength went up by 1.
Ooh.
And in fact, I've hired a teacher. You could say my shock mall guru.
Is this someone that you just swing at and they try to not get hit by your shock mall?
I mean, you could call it a computer program.
Oh, boy.
But, it still teaches me. It's still real.
Yeah.
In my mind's eye.
Of course it is. Of course a computer program is real. It's totally real.
And my weapon skill went up by 1. So maybe I hit more stuff.
You know what? That's great. And what a cybernetic bear once taught me is that it is important to recognize when people are making strides and improvements in their life. And I just want to let you know, that matters to me, man. Good job.
And believe in yourself. That's the overarching.
It's the number one thing that the cybernetic bears, and of course, worshiping the Omnicide. That is at the end of every single one of those books. It is drilled in there. My God.
I mean, believe in yourself and have faith in the Omnicide.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
It's weird that all the values somehow dovetail back into that.
All right, and I'm feeling a little bit of a sense of vertigo. I think we're coming out of the warp.
Whoa, Daniel, I didn't even know you could feel a sense of vertigo.
Yeah, well, I assume that it's even worse for you guys.
Yes.
I tend not to notice.
Well, as an Aeldari, I have highly advanced senses, so really anything kind of, throws me a bit of a loop. But also as an Aeldari, I have highly advanced durability and letheness, so I also can resist it quite well.
Well, apparently the floating skull is the one who feels weird when we're jumping out of the hell dimension that's taking us between the stars.
You know what it is? I think I kind of got my warp legs, you know what I mean? Like you're up in the ship for a while, you hear the screaming for quite a while, and you just kind of get it, right? You get into the groove.
Daniel, I'm pretty sure he's delusional. I mean, he did think that he sweated lotion at one point, so I mean, like...
Yeah, it turns out that wasn't. Turns out you do have to shower even if you are an Aeldari. I got all the letters, okay? A lot of people sent those to me.
I don't know if that's more of a... I don't know if that's a warp thing. I think that might just be a misinformation sort of situation. Regardless, I think we're probably here, though.
Wait, you mean we can actually get off of this ship?
Yeah, I suppose...
All command staff, report to the bridge immediately.
Well, that's us. Let's head over.
We are, in fact, command staff.
We are command staff! So we make our way.
Yeah, so as we're heading on up to the bridge and the command room, we see a couple other command staff in the hall. Magnifico, we see just getting into the elevator right before us. He didn't hold the door.
Rude, man.
Yeah.
I mean, has he ever been nice to you? He's never been nice to me.
No, but I feel like he's someone that I could kind of wear down, eventually he's gonna be nice to me.
Jay, I tried to go to the bathroom, the multi-person bathroom, next to the cafeteria, and he literally shut the door on me and locked it.
Wow. That's a need for serious privacy. Maybe you didn't want to be in there. We don't know what he gets up to in there.
Yeah, he is some sort of weird mutant man. I don't know what's going on with that.
Who else is hanging out around here?
She shut the door on us and Lady Kalia, who is standing there. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Lady Kalia, how you doing?
How you doing there?
Oh, marvelous, dear. Marvelous.
Wait a second. Oh my God, you look amazing.
Oh, I do what I can.
Sorry, I recently you don't need to hear about it. I just, I've been eating a lot of carrots, but you look wonderful.
Oh yes, trying some new fashion. I figure glowing really brings out my features. People have said I look glowing. I figure my clothing should as well.
Double down on it. That makes sense.
Yes.
Luminescent clothes.
Yes.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, and I cycle the colors with my, and there we go. Feeling a little more purple at the moment.
Whoa! Okay.
Wow, that is. I feel like you should go on stealth missions because you can literally psychically command your clothes to be colors.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, you want to see something impressive? Check this out. See my cloak? And I throw my hood up. Now I look like part of the stairway. I can do it too, but I can't make it glow, but...
That, I suppose it'd be better to not glow if you're trying to be stealthy.
And this is what I can do. And I just pull the bottom half of my leg off and hold it up. And then immediately... Can I roll to see if I fall over?
Sure.
You could just fall over.
I just fall over.
Yeah, I think you fall over.
Well, that's us, Lady Kalia.
Oh, sweetie, why did you take your leg off? I fear I don't understand what you're doing.
I thought we were just demonstrating different ways we can adjust our ensemble, and that's
Well, we were talking about fashion and stealth.
Oh, that's your ensemble. Is that a Mars thing?
I mean, yes, I feel like that's kind of...
Well, I think it's neat, Andrew, that you can rip your leg off at will.
I mean, I have interchangeable parts. Can you guys say the same?
I mean, I can change these lenses in my glasses.
Ding! Oh, look, the elevator's here. Are you sure you don't want to wait for the next one?
No. We'll definitely crowd in this elevator here with you.
Oh, great.
I'll just stand in the corner.
Huh. This is some interesting elevator music they have in here.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe it's called Demon from Empanita, or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
love
think that
song.
track... Yeah.
It's good. Huh.
Okay, here we are. We head over to the command room. Hardin's standing there. This ship has stopped moving. We are just sort of floating in space now. And you take a peek through one of the large windows. You do see that there is a planet below us.
What does it look like? Does it look like a desolate planet, a thriving planet?
It looks very green. Very, very green. Pretty much that's all you see. You see a little bit of there's some polar ice at the caps, but mostly it's just green.
Can I go over to a computer station and get some diagnostics, see if it's like a lush world or a death world or something?
You could. I think
I
that
love
was
to
gonna...
imagine that you're so good at tech that you just go up to it's like a shampoo kiosk or something, and you're just like, let me just get a diagnostic on this planet.
Yeah,
Shampoo
everything's
kiosks.
networked together on this, as far as you're concerned. Everything on the ship is networked together.
I mean, it is.
It's the Internet of Things.
Through the power of the Omnissiah.
Yeah.
Difficulty 3 to just scan the planet.
All right, so I rolled a 1 on my wrath die, off to a good start, but
Really?
I did, but
Man,
I
You're so good at this.
But if it's a difficulty 3, I can literally, I could push 2 6s. Like I rolled that well. So
Cool. I'm just going to take a point of ruin from what you just did.
Cool. Off to a good start.
And
I feel like we're making secret villains on this ship because whenever you screw with the diagnostics of the ship, somebody's in the shower right now just getting blasted with crazy hot water.
And then really cold water.
Yes, all in multiple intervals.
yeah, when you're logging in, for just a second, you see there's something weird going on with the code on this ship. Nah, it's probably nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, probably nothing.
So what do I learn about the planet?
The planet, you actually could pull up the records on it. This is maybe even going to be part of the briefing, but now you can look like a smartass when the briefing starts, and you can act like you know what you're doing.
I want to look like I'm good at my job.
All right, this planet is designated Quippa Psi 12.
Quippa Psi 12.
Yeah.
It really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it was never actually named, just like an automated scout ship scanned it once a long, long time ago and gave it that designation just on the charts, but nobody's ever really spent any time exploring it or going on it. Scanning the planet, it's not a death world. It's very green. There are some oceans and inland seas, but oftentimes some of those are covered up by the huge canopy of trees that are covering
So
the
it's
whole
just
planet.
okay. So it's just a lush world. Got it.
Yeah, the vegetated areas are most dense at the tropics. And there's some small mountains, but again, even those are covered by these large trees. The different sort of trees throughout the planet, but generally it's sort of a forested planet.
So a completely foreign planet than we mostly are used to.
Yeah.
A habitable world?
Yeah.
What?
There's no large oceans or anything. There's just bodies of water, sort of smaller bodies of water scattered around.
Big lakes?
It's like the planet I had in Spore.
Yeah. There are...
Oh, that's right. That data slate is still around.
Yeah.
Yes. Looking at it, there seems to be indigenous life on the planet. But it seems to be moving around. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of civilizations or anything, or large masses of life forms that are building cities or anything. It's just
The hippopotami haven't erected statues or anything like that.
Yeah, you're only really getting a life scan reading. You'd have to go down and explore a little bit more. But actually, you rolled really, really well, right?
I did. I rolled. I mean, he
could flip 2 6s.
You could flip 2 6s.
Yeah.
Cool. So you actually pick up, and maybe this is sort of weird. It sort of almost looks biological, but buried in the trees, there seems to be a lot of a material that you don't recognize immediately, and then you're like, oh, wraithbone. That's what it is. There are a lot of wraithbone buildings
possibly an exodite world
on this planet. Wraithbone being the material that is used by the Aeldar to build their structures.
Yeah, I mean, it is partially organic, so...
Yeah, but you're not picking up any large groups of Eldar or Aeldari on this planet.
That's right, Daniel.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
I'm old school, but I need to respect the how you guys...
It's Aeldari. We've always been called Aeldari, and everybody just seemed to call us Eldar. Guess it was shorter.
Yeah, I apologize. But yeah, that's what you're seeing on the planet.
Cool. Well, that's unusual.
While you're messing around with the computer, I don't know if you're doing anything, Jay, but
I'm trying to look like I'm helping. So I'm just like looking around, looking down at the planet. Like I put my arms behind my back and like stand very like, yes.
Lots of
That's a planet.
Some
Yes.
nods.
Yeah, I look, I squint, I do a couple squints. I like lean up against the wall and then cross my arms and then also still continue to look at the planet. I'm like, yep, there it is. Here we go. That's just what I do for about a few minutes.
I look over at Jay occasionally like, what is he doing?
Well, I'm trying to mentally prepare for adventure. As you're like deep in the scans.
Gentlemen, are you coming into the briefing room?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, we're coming in right now.
All right. We have found, I believe, the planet that you had guided us to. Does this look like the planet from your vision? And you think for a moment, and you realize, no, it doesn't. In the vision that you had, it was definitely this part of space. You recognize like sort of the stars around it, looking at a star map. Your vision was directing you towards this location, but this was not the planet that you saw in your vision.
But we feel like this was an important part.
This feels like you were being guided to this place.
But this wasn't the final destination.
This is not the final destination.
Well, it definitely is, a stop along the way.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, Captain. It's like we were drawn to this, but this isn't like the final place.
But must mean we need something here, so,
So this planet is still important. We will need to explore it.
Definitely important.
So I think I should bring this up, Captain. When I was doing more detailed scans of the planet, I found that deep beneath the canopy there are wraithbone constructs.
Oh, well, I was going to tell you a little bit about the planet. This is Quappa Psi 12, and he tells you pretty much everything that you had already figured out about the planet, and then you could tell him even more, which is about these wraithbone constructs. Oh, so does that mean there are buildings on the planet?
Yeah, apparently, but I couldn't get any detailed scans on any actual Aeldari on the planet, just the wraithbone constructs.
And trust me, Captain, I would have sensed them with my Aeldariness if they were nearby. We can reach out and feel one another. Sort of.
What?
Except for that one time when we were on that port and there was an Aeldari. Sometimes we can also mask our feelings as well, and then you can't. So, it comes and goes.
Excuse me. So you can feel the Aeldari that are on the planet? This is Susan chiming in, of course.
Well, like I said, sometimes, it kind of comes and goes when you're feeling really...
Can you feel them in space?
It's kind of like, Susan, it's hard to describe, it's hard to really kind of relate experience with someone who hasn't, had that Aeldari experience.
Did you detect the Aeldari cruiser that was attacking another rogue trader vessel right as we entered the system?
I'm sorry, what?
Jay looks over at me, like with panic glances, and I'm just doing the action of shovel and just digging a hole.
I did not, which... Is there an Aeldari ship in this sector?
Well, it seems to have just left the area, but it was attacking another rogue trader vessel. There appear to be a couple other rogue trader vessels that have entered into the system.
Oh, like I said, they might have been masking themselves. Again, so many things. It's just such a mysterious feeling.
The shoveling action is now that it's well above my head, and it's just talking.
Should we try to contact the other rogue trader vessels, or they might be our enemies? We could just try to go to the planet ourselves.
Yeah, I think we could just kind of head down there, because if we contact them, they probably know we're here.
I mean, I would beg to guess that these are the other people that got visions, right?
It seems likely, yeah.
Yeah, so then, Captain, let's just go.
I guess we could contact them to find out if they have any information, but they probably then wouldn't give it up.
No, but you need something to have. You
leverage.
Need to have the leverage in order. This is an important. It was in the books, Jay. You have to have a leg up.
Oh, I didn't get to that book yet. Oh wow,
that was the third book.
They're
12 pages long.
Maybe you read them in a different order.
It takes a while,
Maybe you didn't read them in a different order.
To be honest, I really thought you read them from the back to the front when I first started. But
why?
Yeah, it.
Oh well, in Eldari it's printed.
It's
backwards,
printed that way. Yeah,
but not backwards. It's not backwards for the Eldari, but they read right to left.
Yeah, you didn't know that? I have all these Eldari documents. As soon as I got these glasses fixed, I started reading them. Yeah, they're all backwards to forwards. Lot of guys with powers in there, though. A lot of hyper positive kids in those stories.
Yes, well, I find I'm not really interested in your reading preferences. It is a large planet, however. You would need to figure out where you would be landing. You said there were some Aeldari structures on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that's probably a good first step.
Okay, well, I suppose we could aim for the area that has the largest concentration of Aeldari structures.
Let's do it.
That would be right here.
All right by the equator. Okay. Well, the rest of the command staff will remain on the ship to make sure that things are remaining safe. The other rogue traders might try to pull something, and we're ready for any void ship combat that might break out. But you two will be in charge of investigating the planet.
Personally?
Yes. This is your vision, after all. You promised me a pearl of great prize, and this does not appear to be you are now telling me that this planet is not the planet that you promised me, merely a step along the way, which is not really what you told me it was going to be.
I mean, that's true, but to be fair, it looks like the other rogue traders are here, so Captain, we know you definitely don't want to lose out on any, material treasure that could be on this planet.
No, trust me, you should be very mixed blessing. You should probably be thankful that there are other rogue traders here, because it does demonstrate that perhaps you're on the right track. The difficulty is these other rogue traders may cause difficulty for all of us.
Captain, I'd like to commission 4 platoons to come with us to secure the landing zone, at least.
Well, you are the master of arms. I suppose that you could send some troops down with you.
And the last point I'd like to make is that looks like we were the last ones here, so I don't know who's spending the money on our engines, Susan, but it seems like this ship could have been a little bit faster to get to the planet. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Shaking my head and doing no, stop.
Yeah, I think I made a friend there. I think I made a good friend. All right.
It doesn't appear like all of the rogue traders are here. There are 2 other vessels in orbit.
Oh, so we're only medium of the pack. Captain, how do you feel about being medium of the pack on ships?
I want treasure. Whether or not I need to kill the people who get to the treasure before me, or if I get there before them and take the treasure and leave, either one of those is fine. What I don't like is freshman members of the Command Council attacking some of the senior-most members of the Command Council.
I think we were,
I am
openly negotiating.
I am not associated with that man.
What?
Oh no, you two are associated with each other. I just want to make that clear.
What?
Oh.
No.
Oh, now I'm making the shoveling motion. Welcome to the hole, buddy. Glad you shoveled it for me.
You get 1 platoon, by the way. 1 platoon.
Jesus. Thanks, Jay. All right.
I feel good. I feel good about how this turned out.
We're going to have words on the way down.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Daniel, we're going to shut you down and I guess make our way to that planet.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, turned you back on. Here we are, down on the planet's surface. It is quite beautiful. I'm surprised.
It's nice. It's pretty shaded, actually, with all the canopy. There's not a lot of sunlight coming through.
So you men set up the heavy weapon there on that perch, cover the landing zone, make sure nothing gets in the way of the ship.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we've got our 12 guys. I do agree. You're right. It would have been nice to have the other 36. But, hey, I think we picked 12 very capable warriors to assist us in securing this
He
landing
gave us
zone.
Platoon C, Jay.
Yeah, that's too bad. We couldn't get Alpha, nor could we get A. Too bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
I wonder if somebody's responsible for that whole situation.
I think you got to make your mark. If you're going to keep getting battered down, you got to fight back. You got to stand your ground at some point.
Of all people, though, why did you pick a fight with Susan? She's terrifying.
Well, you know what they say? When you're in the warp, you go and punch the biggest demon in the face. That's what they say.
No.
I don't know. I think Susan's kind of good looking. Shut up, Barnaby. It says one of the other ones as they're going along here. It's Barnaby, one of your notable soldiers from the past.
Oh, Barnaby. We got Barnaby in this crew?
God damn it, Barnaby. I told you to set that weapon up 5 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry. You were talking about Susan, and I like to hear about Susan.
One track.
What's she doing these days?
Barnaby, get to work.
Okay.
Set up the gun.
Okay, and he gets back down to setting up sandbags around the autocannon that's being set up here.
Jeez.
All right, well, let's the structures are in this direction, so let's go. And you're out front.
What? What do you mean I'm out front?
You're supposed to be the scout and the recon guy and stuff, and this is Aeldari, so I feel like you should be out front.
Do we want to bring any of the platoon with us, or are they going to hold on to the site?
We're gonna have half the platoon come with us, but they're gonna sort of like trail behind us.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should get Barnaby. I'm gonna scout in one direction and he's gonna scout in the other direction.
No, you're just gonna scout ahead.
No. I think Barnaby can help me scout.
We're gonna have you go 50 meters in front, a good separation, and use your camo cloakiness, and you're gonna find it.
Okay, so if something comes upon us, I'll be invisible and you'll be out in the open.
No, it'll just see you first, and then we'll have plenty of, at least a good 10 seconds before it gets to us.
You do know how my camo cloak works, right? Oh, this will be good. All right, here we go. So we make our way into the woods.
Yeah, and you see a lot of bugs flying around, and some lizards here and there. You don't recognize them as anything.
Well,
and
are there any birds, possibly with colors?
no actual birds here.
Thank God.
Are the insects colorful and possibly reminiscent of birds in their size?
There are colorful insects, yes, but I wouldn't necessarily call them colorful birds. You know the difference between them.
Oh, we do. One's an apex predator, and one is just, a bird.
Yeah,
Very different.
You do see, you do see signs that some of these creatures have killed each other. Like there's one sort of rotting on the ground that's mostly a skeleton, and there's like a swarm of bugs that are crawling over and devouring it. But besides that, it's relatively peaceful. You don't really see signs of anyone else here. Well, actually, let's look around a little bit.
All right.
Difficulty 5, awareness check.
Oh, man, now with these new glasses, let's see if they pay off. Because I now have an awareness of 7. Ha! I got a total of 6. Mm-hmm. And guess what? One of those 6s was on my raft die, baby.
Okay.
Turning things around!
Yeah, I actually rolled exactly 5.
Okay. So you passed.
I have the regular notice. He has the special notice.
I've got the super notice. I would like to use my my 6 on my wrath die to do something extra special.
Let me tell you what is noticed by Andrew first, and
Sure.
then maybe you can get something from there. There has been another a landing somewhere nearby or something, because you do see signs that somebody is here. They don't seem to be walking in any sort of major file, which is why it's harder to detect their tracks. It's not any sort of military group, but you do see that there are footprints of a sort on the relatively hard ground. You notice some signs of passing, some broken things that look like they're about human-sized height.
And looking at the ground around us, is it all just forest floor, or are we stepping onto like pieces of stone structure every now and then?
So it's mostly forest floor, but as you're going around, you do see just a couple of just large wraithbone structures with no apparent doors or entrances, just sort of arching here and there as you're going through the forest. They're mostly completely overgrown by grass and fungus and whatnot. The largest structure that you detected is still a little ways away. You're not seeing it, but there are Aeldari structures around.
Yeah, so just...
And you have noticed that there was probably a group of about 10 to 20 people heading through this area of the forest relatively recently.
I would like to use my 6.
Yeah.
Because as an Aeldari, I get that feeling sometimes where I can sense
yeah.
things. And I'd like it just narratively that I've tapped into whatever is resonating off of these wraithbone.
Yes.
And I get a bit of an after image of what, maybe even if it's just a glimpse of what was there walking in front of us before that was walking down this path.
So you're tapping into the wraithbone structures with sort of your mind as you were looking around, your Aeldari consciousness collides with them. And maybe what you're feeling is you actually are feeling these things are active. There's some sort of Aeldari power that has recently come online or something. All of these wraithbone structures seem to be leading towards the area that you were going to. But you also are seeing, because power is now flowing through them, you see a vision, just for a quick hot second, of the people that were moving through here. And you recognize, just for a brief second, you see a bunch of red curly hair, and you recognize it as and then you see just the face for a second. It's Captain Russell, Abby Russell, the gambler rogue trader that you had met earlier, the one who won their warrant of trade through a game of chance.
That was the one that was trying to hustle us. I remember that. Andrew.
Yes.
So remember Abby? Remember the gambler from we met outside before we went in to go see the vision?
Yeah, the lady captain.
Yeah. She's here with her crew.
Ah, shit. That means like pirate people, right?
Yeah, pirate people. So we should be on guard. Man, I wish we had brought Guybrush. He would have been perfect for all this swashbuckling and swordplay, potentially. But,
we just got to say next time when we're bringing a pilot, we just got to specify that Guybrush is coming with us.
Just to always have Guybrush as our
always
personal
have
pilot?
Guybrush there. Why not? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just good to know that we should be on our guard and check the tree line every now and then. You know, if you hear somebody yelling and then swinging in on a vine or something like that, I feel like that could happen.
You know, this may be able to be resolved. Can I go into my intercom? Flexible demeanor, do you read?
Yes, Master at Arms?
We need to requisition Guybrush. He's a pilot, part of Squad B. Send him down immediately.
Oh, and can I get in on this a little bit?
Just tell me what you want.
Yeah. I'm just gonna yell loudly. Also, he can come down, but we don't have to meet him right away. Let him know that like he can just arrive suddenly at any given moment, maybe by vine. Just putting it out there.
Oh, I didn't have the button pressed. Send him down. He can arrive when he wants.
Yeah,
Possibly suddenly.
Yeah, it could just be suddenly at any given time. Who knows?
You got it. Flexible demeanor out.
That's kind of his deal, though, right?
I mean, I feel like he likes to make an entrance.
We've been telling him over and over again, you got to pick the exact right moment when you're going to swing in. But, you never know.
All right, so we continue towards the giant wraithbone structure.
Yes.
After our most important call to the ship, maybe the last call, who knows?
Who knows?
And you actually stumble across, as you're exploring, a fresh corpse.
Oh.
There is it appears to be a human corpse laying on the ground.
A cumin corpse?
A cumin corpse, yes.
Oh, wow.
Made out of cumin, no. It appears to be a human corpse.
Does it look like it's got pirate garb? Like this could be one of Abby's crew?
Well, it's a little difficult to tell because it seems like it was just sort of crushed, as if like something huge just fell on it and crushed it. It's pretty much just a bloody pulp.
Is there wraith bone around it? Like as if something collapsed on it or something moving crushed this thing?
There doesn't seem to be any signs of what crushed it anymore. There is a large amount of insects that seem to be crawling all over it, like a swarm of little bugs.
You know, you see enough bodies, it's remarkable how much you're no longer affected by it.
Yeah, it smells horrible, and it looks horrible.
And you look up, and you see a very large, luminous, green flying insect. It's about the size of a shuttle, an Oculus shuttle.
Holy
A shuttle?
Yeah, it's about the size of a shuttle, just sort of floating there above it. And you see a little bit of blood on one of its landing. It doesn't have...
It's got some landing gear?
I'm thinking it's got landing gear. It's that big. But no, just like one of its little legs.
we can refer to its legs as landing gear.
Okay, we can
They're
refer to
big
it.
enough to be landing gear.
Yes, and there's no name for this thing, and this has never been registered before. But it's a really
Cataloging.
I mean, this thing is now sort of flying around, and you see that some of its eyes are now looking at you.
Now, what type of bug does this kind of similarly represent?
Sort of like a beetle, like sort of a flying sort of beetle. Maybe look more like a really big green murderous, well, maybe not murderous directly, ladybug. Like a gigantic green ladybug.
Oh my god.
I should feel the need to point out that ladybugs, though the name deceiving, they are in fact predators.
Wait, what?
And yes.
I was just about to say, this looks like just a big ladybug.
No, they're definitely predators.
They are?
On ancient Holy Terra, they devoured aphids, yes.
So they're predators to smaller things.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's bad because we're smaller than it. Do you think there's a chance that killed this man?
It could have just had the blood on its foot from stepping near it.
Now, you're the smart one here. go back into your algorithm brain and any fun facts? What do we know about this thing?
So I will do a scholar check, but I mean, you're welcome to tell me since you just said it's unidentified.
Your scholar check isn't going to tell you anything about this, probably.
Good.
So what'd you find out?
It's never been before recorded in any data text.
Wait, this is a new discovery?
So good news, you get to name it, right?
We do get to name it. Okay, think quick because it might attack us.
I've got a name.
Yeah.
The Green Machine.
The Green Machine. All right, fair enough.
Of course you want to call it a machine.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not everything's a robot. You know that, right?
we were calling its legs landing gear. I feel like Green Machine fits.
I guess that's fine. It's fine. We're gonna die soon, anyways.
Should we fire at it, sir?
No.
No. Wait. Do ladybugs typically sense by movement?
I mean, all insects sense by movement.
Fair enough. Okay, does anybody have any aphids? Anyone have any aphids?
They would have to be like dog-sized aphids.
Yeah, or small ones. You never know.
Who would hold on to aphids?
Shh, keep your voice down.
I need you guys to all make stealth checks.
Okay.
Difficulty is going to be a difficulty 4 stealth check.
Oh, God. I got to roll some crits.
Oh, look at that. My stealth's a 10.
Turns out I'm a big robot
Well,
man.
as it smashes you into the ground, I'm going to slip off and have another adventure. Oh, hells yeah.
No, I did not pass. But I didn't roll anything treacherous on my rat.
I got a 6 and then another 6 that I could... basically, I got a total score of an 8, one of them being a 6 that I can convert into something else. So
Okay. Cool.
what I'd like to do with my extra 6 is I throw on my chameleon cloak and it just starts to cover my body. I look over and I see Andrew's just kind of grab like a leaf and put it in front of his face, and I just roll my eyes and I just quickly grab one part of my cloak and throw it over him and try to pull him aside. Can I use my 6 to kind of give him what did you score?
I just a 2.
Oh, I would have said I could use my extra 6 to give him another 2, but the test was a 5, right?
Yeah.
Well, I try to hide you with my cloak.
The creature has a passive awareness of 5, so that's what you needed to try to beat. So.
Well, I tried to hide you with my cloak. Did my best.
Yeah, it was not enough.
I feel like I should point out again, I am a robot man wearing bright red robes in a green jungle.
Yes.
All right. It sort of is now looked at you. It's sort of locked in on you, Andrew, and it's going to try to land on you.
Oh.
So how close is this to me? Would I get a free shot at it before it gets...
No. It is big and fast and close.
So, am I going to spend...
I'm going to seize the initiative. I can't seize the initiative because we have no glory yet.
Oh, that's right. I used my 6 to...
Yeah.
What did I use it for? Oh, to see that there are some people walking around in this jungle.
You got a vision. I got
a vision. It was good.
That was cool.
I mean, I feel like it would be nice to have that now, but, Hey!
All right, so we're in combat, I'm assuming?
Yes, and it is...
Now, when you say we're in combat, do you mean you're in combat?
No, you wrapped your cloak around me. You're standing right next to me.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Damn it!
Okay.
You threw yourself into the fire.
Hey, I tried to help you.
Feeling maybe I should have installed those extra robot parts.
Now, wait a second. I have stated that I am chameleonized and I have wrapped part of my cloak around Andrew. Does that mean that we are potentially in cover?
Yes, it's going to be harder for it to hit you by 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. And I get a +1 when I'm in cover.
So you get +2.
Yeah.
Well, it still doesn't quite see you, but it does see Andrew's robot leg sticking out of the chameleon cloak.
Fair enough.
And it's very shiny.
Oh, this is your lucky day.
I see 2s. I see lots of 2s.
It is all 2s and 3s. It literally did not roll a success.
It's because of my cloak.
It's a lot of 2s and a lot of 3s, but those are not successes.
So the leg is so shiny, and even though the canopy covers most everything, at the last second, the one piece of me sticking out was the leg, and a beam of light reflected off the leg and hit it in the eye.
You see, and also as the leg's getting closer, you notice that it's got grabby, piercy, something or other claws on the end of its leg.
Like most ladybugs?
Like most bugs in general, I feel.
Oh, yeah. I guess you just never see them this big.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. It is terrifying, but it sort of swoops down to try to snatch you up or smash you, but it does miss.
You know, it's amazing the catalog of new fears that you get on all of these adventures we go on.
Yeah. Now let's kill this thing.
All right, so we're going to attempt to murder it.
All right.
So I feel, well, the squad was far enough back from us that they wouldn't be in a melee combat with this thing.
They're not in melee combat, but they're ready to start firing on it, and they do immediately. They open up with their las rifles and just start blasting at this thing.
Nice.
That's good. Aim for the head.
Okay.
Like, what does the undercarriage of this thing look like? Does it look like hard exoskeleton?
Yeah, it looks like a hard black carapace.
But it's got like a green luminescence around
Yes.
it? Weird.
The top of it is glowing green, and the glow seems to be like coming from inside its body, but the actual bottom of it is black.
Does it look like, can I do an awareness check to see if there's any like kind of openings in the shell, like around it?
Yes.
I don't know if there would be, but I'd like to try.
This would be, if you want to spend your entire action to focus on trying to find a weakness, you could do that, but you would have to do that instead of firing at it.
I think I'd still like to do that on my turn.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
But I guess.
Either one of you can go first. It doesn't matter. It's closer to Andrew, sort of.
Yeah, you might wanna do some moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at it probably, and then get the hell out of there.
Oh, so you're gonna swing at its leg like right as it was coming down at you?
Yeah, I mean, I would like if I could.
I'll say you could do that. Yeah.
I'd like to try and like destabilize it by breaking a leg or something.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm gonna do a shock maul attack at it. Now I roll lots of dice because I was hitting the gym.
Ooh.
That was terrible. So I'm going to use one of my wrath points to re-roll a bunch of dice.
Wow, you did miss with a lot.
So what do I need to hit?
Its defense is 3. It's pretty big.
Okay.
No, its defense is. I'm sorry. The defense is 2 because it's so damn big. It's easy to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great because I just rolled 4 6s, which means I can push 3 of those 6s. And because I have a brutal weapon, each 6 I push adds 2 extra damage dice instead of 1. So that's 6 extra damage dice.
Well,
Nice.
that's pretty good.
Which means I have a total of 8 damage dice.
Woo! I like it.
Those gains, man, those sweet gains.
Those sweet gains. What's amazing is all the training that you really needed for this was like the few moments you weren't training and you were just like hitting bugs while you're like in the bathroom or something.
Damn, who didn't deal with these mosquitoes?
God, wow, how did these get on the show? They're the warp mosquitoes.
Why do they come for me? I'm mostly machine. I'm wondering if I want to re-roll some of that with my other wrath point.
only have
I
one
don't
left.
think you can. You probably want to save that wrath point.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it. Okay, so I managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra damage.
Wait, you rolled 6 out of 8 and you wanted to re-roll 2 of them?
Yeah. No, well, no, I had 8. I had 8 damage dice. I missed with 4.
Oh, so
I was gonna re-roll the.
Oh,
4.
and you rolled a couple 6s.
I rolled.
okay.
I rolled 2 6s.
I thought you
and 2
got
4s.
6 out of 8 of them. I'm like, why do you want to re-roll? That was a great roll.
No, I got 2 6s and 2 4s.
Oh, okay.
So I
Cool.
got 6 extra damage. So it's a total of I can do math. 14 damage, pen 1.
Cool. You heard it.
And however much I hurt it, it also takes that much shock.
Cool. You hit it really hard, and you actually sort of break off a little part of the claw that was trying to get at you.
Cool.
It screams in pain as that happens.
Let's hope it doesn't have any family that come to its aid.
Maybe it's an apex predator, and therefore it's top of the food chain.
Maybe.
Then the rest of the squad that's with you, the squad that came with you, not the squad that's at the shuttle, are just blasting it like crazy. Let's see if any of those blasts hit or hit enough to get through the toughness. It looks like maybe one was enough to do damage to it, but the rest of them are just mostly bouncing off this thing's huge bit of armor.
All right, I'm going to use all of mine to do an awareness check to look at this thing.
Okay. Just tell me how much you succeed by. How much you get, how many successes you get.
I got a 5, actually. I got 2 6s and a 4.
All right. You notice that there are sort of 2 places that it might be an okay place to hit it.
Okay.
One was a newly created hole in its armor where Andrew ripped off part of its leg.
Nice.
But that is a very small opening that's moving around because it's part of the leg. The other thing is that, this seems sort of obvious, but the eyes that it has a lot of eyes. It has more than 6 eyes, by the way. It's like sort of covered in eyes all over it. But you see that there are 2 eyes at least they might be eyes. There's some sort of fleshy opening near the back that is moving around on the back of this creature that seem to be less armored. Maybe they're maybe kind of looks like it's butt eyes. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm not a...
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to use then, like, I did that as my action for my move. I want to kind of slip into the ferns and, like, the underbrush nearby to try to start circling around the back to make my way to that fleshy backside.
Okay. You can get there in one movement action.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So you'll be ready to shoot at it. This thing is going to... it's screaming in pain, but because it is a sort of bestial thing, it doesn't necessarily want to hit the thing that just hit... Like, it's sort of afraid of you now, Andrew.
Good.
Law of the jungle.
Instead, it's going to fly down and just pretty much... Well, let's see how
I
the
look at
roll
it in
goes.
its many eyes. I try to focus on as many as I can. I say, look at me. Look at me. I'm the
right.
captain now.
Well, while you were saying that, so this creature is not going to attack you right away, Andrew, because you just ripped off one of its legs. But with another one of its legs, it reaches down and just impales one of your squad members and shakes it around a little bit and then throws it on the ground.
Good for morale. That's excellent.
Yeah, your squad is now starting to panic a little bit.
Keep it together, men. We'll beat the hell out of this thing.
You would need to make some sort of leadership-y sort of check to keep them...
I have such a good leadership.
Do you?
No,
Nice.
but I can imagine I do. All right, so...
I'd give a leadership speech, but I'm being sneaky.
I guess it's back to the top of the round.
It is, it is... the top of the round was the bug
creature
doing its thing. Now it's you guys get to go.
All right, well, I mean, I guess I'll Smackington it.
Are you doing a leadership check?
Well, can I do that?
It's your choice. Do you want to focus on trying to... You want to focus on trying to go after it? Because you only have a short moment to hit it while it's low enough to the ground. But that would mean you don't have time to give a motivational speech to your men.
I kind of feel like I should just hit it. Make it more afraid. I'm not super confident in my leadership capabilities.
Do what you gotta do.
All right, I'm going to swing at it. And I'm going to do... because it's right there, I'm just going to do an all-out attack at it.
Okay.
Well, that was bad. I rolled a 1 on my wrath die. I do hit it, but I'm not able to push anything.
Okay.
And I get 11 damage, pen 1.
Okay. Cool. You damage it, and let me tell you what the 1 is on your wrath die. Your shock maul gets stuck in its leg as it is starting to fly away.
So he's lifted up off the ground?
Well, now you have a choice.
Do I hold on or
Do
let
you
go?
hold on to your shock maul and fly up into the air, or do you let go?
I mean, it's my shock maul. I'm gonna hold on.
Yeah. Can't let that bad boy go.
I guess I need to do an athletics check.
No, you can hold on for now.
How high off the ground are we at this point?
Well, we'll see after. We'll see what happens next.
Okay. It took more shock, by the way, if that did damage.
Yeah, no, I factored that in. Yeah,
This is going really well.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right.
You say that very calmly for somebody who's being lifted up into the air.
I'm inspiring the men by example is what's going on.
Jeez. So I'm going to do a called shot. I'm just going to do the lowest value of called shot, so +2 to the difficulty.
Yeah.
But it gives me a +1 to the damage.
And it'll do even more damage because you're hitting a fleshy spot.
I'd use my awareness to get one very special spot.
So instead of a +1, you're getting a +2 extra damage.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to use my shuriken pistol instead of my ranger long rifle, just because I can tell this thing is like heavily armored.
Yeah.
And the pistol is better at cracking armor than the actual long rifle is. So I'm going to pop out from the underbrush and just aim with my pistol.
It is close enough that you can nail it with the pistol.
Yep, because it's still relatively close to the
Yeah,
ground. It hasn't
yeah.
flown away yet.
It has not flown away yet.
Don't worry, Andrew, you're going to be fine. So my ballistic skill is a 10. So it's going to be, and you said it's a defensive 2, right?
Yes,
So it'll
so-
be a defensive 4 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Just need to get a 4. Hopefully a lot of 6s, baby. Okay, so the wrath die is fine. No, everybody's worried about it. Oh, wow, that was a terrible roll. I can get to 4, but then I don't have anything to push. I'm going to use one of my glory to reroll.
Okay.
One of your wrath to reroll.
I can't reroll the wrath. So it's a 2.
You're using one of your wrath.
I'm using. That's right. That's right. We don't have glory. I'm using one of my wrath to reroll.
Yeah.
So I'm actually rerolling a bunch of these. Okay, good. I got a couple. Dang it! If I just got one more 4, because it's a 4 now. So I'll basically have a total of 5, and then I have 1 6, so I can convert that into a pen 3 shot. So
Okay.
because
And
basically
then-
my ability with my shuriken is I can shift one of my 6s to be pen 3.
Okay.
How many extra damage dice do you normally get?
I normally get 1, so now I get 2 more. So I have 3
You have
total.
3. Awesome.
Yep. Here we go. Come on, baby. I got a 6 in there, too, so that's 3 extra damage. So that's 13 damage, pen 3.
Ooh. That is a good amount of damage. It is... Oh. It's not quite dead. You could say that it might have 1 wound left.
Oh, man! So close.
But it is now terrified and is going to try to fly away.
Oh.
So it starts flying up away from the canopy. Andrew, what do you want to do?
How high in the air am I at this point?
Let's say you're about a story up.
Okay, I can land with that. I have a robot leg.
Hey, as we all know, the most dangerous thing in any RPG is falling damage.
I'll be all right. Okay.
You got those new hydraulics. Test them out.
So, okay. Here's my question. Can I hold onto the leg with one arm, pull the shock maul out with the other arm, and then smack it?
You can't do that all as one action. You can hold on and pull out the shock maul, but you're not going to be able to damage it while you're
Can
pulling out
I
the shock
just
maul.
hold on to its leg and then shoot it with my galvanic rifle?
Galvanic rifle, I think, takes 2 hands.
Can I one-hand it and take a penalty?
You could. It would be very difficult. I just want to make that clear. It would be very difficult to hold on, not fall, get your rifle off your back, hold it in 1 hand instead of 2, and then shoot at this monster.
Andrew, if you can somehow fall, I think I can kill this thing with 1 more shot.
I'm just going to try and pull it out and then land.
Okay.
So, what kind of check do you want me to
That'll
do?
be what is it? Athletics? It's still called athletics in the system, right?
Athletics, yeah.
Yeah, just an athletics check to do and then also try to fall.
Well, I do, thankfully with my robotic leg, I do actually brace more easily.
Okay.
Nothing crazy on the wrath die. I roll a 3.
Cool, that's enough.
So I pull out my shock maul and then I fall.
So you have succeeded in ripping out the shock maul, and you are now just falling. Your augmented leg will help reduce the fall damage a little bit, but you're going to take a D3 of mortal wounds.
Good.
So let's see how much that is, shall we? You take...
Oh.
You're going to take 2 mortal wounds. So you just hit the ground, ignore your toughness and resilience and all that. You just take 2 wounds as you hit the ground.
Do you do a superhero landing?
No.
Land on one leg and your knee into the ground?
No, I'm pretty sure I just hit and try to brace most of it on my mechanical leg and then just, collapse straight on my ass.
Nice.
All right. And now this thing is sort of starting to fly away. It feels like it does not want to fuck with you anymore.
I'm going to try to fuck with it, though.
Okay. Yeah, you could leave it alone, I guess. But if you want to kill it...
Hey, it attacked my friend! Also, if it's dead, it'll leave warnings for the other giant luminous ladybugs.
Also, it did kill one of our squad members.
It did kill one of the squad members.
Yeah, and I remember his name. It was definitely like Derek or Jeff or something. You'll pay for what you did to Derek!
His name was Manfield.
Shut up! What's his name? Barksley?
Barnaby.
Yeah, whatever, Barnaby. All right, here we
Barnaby
go.
Jones.
Well, no, hold on a second. Barnaby Jones. All right. Shoot him with my shuriken gun.
Well, he's too far away for your shuriken pistol.
No. My shuriken pistol is 24 meters, my friend. And a story is not more than 24 meters.
This is correct.
That's math, baby. Here we go. Oh. Oh, yeah. 2 on the wrath die. So we'll just get that out of there. But that is some sweet damage. Now, I didn't do a called shot, so I won't be able to do that. But I do have 3 6s that I can convert, one of which is going to just be a pen 3 straight off the bat. So the other ones are going to be... I roll 3 dice now. I got 1 damage. So I did a total of 11 damage, pen 3.
Yeah, you blast this thing in the whatever...
Butt eyes.
Well, you weren't aiming for it, but you do...
I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I hit those butt eyes.
You do hit the butt.
I did a spray across the side of it.
And this mighty beast, the green machine, I believe you were
Green
calling
machine.
Machine.
The green machine.
The protector of the forest, we find out later on.
now starts crashing into the ground with a huge thud. And as it hits the ground, it kind of explodes out into a whole slew of guts. And
Nice.
almost immediately, just swarms of insects are emerging from the forest to crawl onto it, like tiny little insects to start devouring it.
The circle of life. Truly a beautiful and disgusting thing. As you were saying that it was careening to the ground, I thought it was going to, like, crash into our ship.
No.
Like, damn, if I rolled a 1 on the rat die, maybe.
Oh, yeah. If you'd rolled a 1 on a rat die, this would be hitting something in particular. But-
Nice.
all right. As it hits the ground, I need you guys to make awareness checks.
What, you're saying this might have
Difficulty 3.
drawn some attention? A giant exploding ladybug? As we know, the green machine. Awareness. I got a 3, and I got a 1 on my wrath die.
I got a 4.
Cool. Okay, so you both notice what's going on, but the one in your rat die means one of them is immediately on top of you.
Oh, no. A tiny bug. An aphid.
No.
I mean, remember, we were talking about aphids being dog-sized compared to
Oh,
that.
yeah, right.
You have been grabbed by someone's hands, and a woman, not the pirate woman that you were worried about, another woman in bright green armor has put a sword to your throat and said, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Shit.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale and the beginning of our next adventure. It's looking like the wildlife isn't the only dangers our boys have to worry about. Can they talk their way out of this one, or is Jay good as dead? Tune in next time to find out. As you know, our Patreon is a great way to support the show and get access to exclusive content. And I'd just like to take a few moments here to shout out some of our incredible patrons. Now, you might hear your name pronounced slightly differently, but keep in mind, I am an ordained imperial scribe. Maybe, just maybe, you were saying it wrong this whole time. Just think about it a little bit. Also, there's a bunch of you, so if you don't hear your name here, don't worry. It'll probably be coming up in a future episode. And so, extra special thanks to Justin Clark. Justin, thank you so much. It means the world and universe, let's say, to me. Keith McCullough, thank you so very much. You mean the world to my Servo Skull friends and all of us here on the Flexible Demeanor. Mads Rhoda, thank you so very much. You mean the world to my oil that greases all of my robotic parts. Mark Alexander, thank you so very much. I will etch your names into the etchings of all etchings in Imperial Scribedom. Matt Morwood, thank you so very much, Matt. It means so much to me and all of us aboard this ship about your generosity, so thank you. Matt Opegard, thank you so very much. I'm inscribing right now a mathematical equation to work out how thankful I am, and I just cannot do it. Michael Eaglesham, thank you so very much. Your appreciation means that you will now be etched at the bottom of every page that I scribe, reminding me just how pretty cool you are. Mickey Mac, thank you so very much. I cannot logically tell you how appreciative I am, which is odd because I think entirely in logic. Nick Sanzor Roberts, thank you so very much. I am now working out a computer program here that will break down just how generous you are, and it seems that it has exploded. So we appreciate it. Nicholas Reiger, thank you so very much. It means the world to all of us here and powers our literal spiritual engines, and the engines of our ships sometimes can't explain it, with the generosity that you've provided. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. And if you've enjoyed this episode, why not leave us a rating and review on iTunes? It would be most appreciated. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Music in this episode was produced by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Are you interested in more episodes of Wrath and Story? And I don't mean what we have here on our regular feed. I'm talking about secret episodes. I'm talking about bonus adventures. Well, for more content and these bonus episodes, check out our Patreon. Every pledge helps to support the show and unlock new and exciting opportunities. You can check out other similar podcasts on partialarc.com, such as Roll to Seize, a podcast all about the wargame Warhammer 40k and its universe. You can tune into Roll to Seize every final Wednesday of the month. And if you're looking for another actual play podcast with plenty of humor and adventure, check out Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Wrath and Story, but set in the fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons & Dragons. There you may recognize the familiar voice of Jay Jones, and occasionally you'll hear Andrew and Daniel drop by the show as well, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. And if you have any questions for Daniel and the boys, send them an email at wrathandstory@gmail.com. That's with the "and" spelled out. We may even answer them on one of our next episodes, so stay tuned. Until next time, goodbye.